our people were willing to learn their history, they would stop misbehaving. I always say it's difficult to quit if you are addicted to something. But some addictions can only be dealt with by knowing the truth. In other words, if you will know that what you are addicted to is a weapon formed against you, you will quit immediately. What does this mean? It means if our people can know that misbehaving, fighting against one another, tribalism, division is a weapon formed against them, they would quit immediately. In other words, they would stop misbehaving. This man here was like, such high moral values, people of such caliber, that I do not think we would ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. This man here is like, these people are unique, these people are different. Their behavior, their attitude is amazing. There's no way we can deal with these people. There's no way we can conquer these people. But he was like, unless we do what? Unless we manipulate them when it comes to their spirituality and their culture as well. I know for a fact that culture is man-made. But the culture that is referring to, African culture, ancient African culture, was not based on oppressing others, was not based on being selfish, manipulating people, controlling people, in other words, creating poverty. Our ancient culture was not based on those things. So that is why it was a very beautiful culture, because it was based on love, it was based on sympathy, it was based on truth, it was based on good morals. So that is why he's like, there's no way, it's impossible. These people are unique, these people are different. So if our people are willing to learn their history, if they can love themselves enough to learn their history, because one of the things that are stopping us from learning our history is because we want to be like others. In other words, if you want to be like others, then you won't have time to learn about yourself, to learn about your history. So that is why all these things that you see, people misbehaving at a young age, you see politicians implementing laws that are against our morality, our culture, you have to know that is a weapon formed against you. They like it when you promote alcohol culture, when you promote misbehaving, when you promote sleeping around, when you promote all these things. They like it because originally it was a weapon formed against you. So that is why this man was like, yes, it's difficult, but he had a zeal to say, if we can deal with this part, which is 1, 2, then we can handle these people. We can take their land. Therefore, he was like, I propose that we replace her old and ancient education system. So this education that we have right now, it's originally made to manipulate how you think, how you move, everything that you do, because now you should think that everything that is yours, which is African, is not good at all. Then he said, her culture, for if the Africans think that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem, their native culture, and they will become what we want them, a truly dominated nation. In other words, if someone wants to dominate you, the first thing that they need to do, they have to control your mind, how you see things or how you view things. In other words, you have to start thinking that your culture is useless. Everything about you is useless. This is what they wanted in order for you to be fully dominated. So that is why now we have adopted the lifestyle of other people. We want to eat like them. We want to drink like them. We want to do everything like them. We want to walk like them. We want to sound like them. Everything is about them. Why? Because they convinced us that what belongs to us, what made us, is not good enough. That is why there are many people right now who have a desire to look like other people. This is not about discriminating anyone, but it's about the truth.